Episode of Be the Wolf. Today, I'm going to talk about why all of the greats practice gratitude. You hear it all the time. You hear people say, be grateful, be grateful, being grateful is the secret to abundance. You hear all of this stuff over and over again. Tony Robbins talks about how he gets up and he practices gratitude, I think for like 20 minutes before he does anything else. Oprah Winfrey, she always is talking about how she is just grateful and how it's gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. So why do all of these super successful people, why did they practice gratitude? And so let me just back up here also. You also hear over and over that it is the secret to abundance. And I'm going to tell you why gratitude creates abundance. People tell you to practice it, but nobody ever tells you why. It's so silly. Okay, so what happens when you practice gratitude, when you are in a state of feeling grateful for what you have now? The first thing that happens is you are in acceptance of what you have. You're not in this place of trying to fight against what is. You're not trying to be like, oh, I wish things were different. I wish things like, I want this to be better. I wish this was better. No, you're in a state of true acceptance of where you are right now. And you've taken it even higher when you feel grateful. You've taken it from just being in acceptance, which is a very neutral emotional state, to a place of an elevated emotional state. Your emotions have frequencies, and what you choose to do from those different frequencies creates a ripple in your life. Now, if you're in a state of, I don't like my life, everything sucks, oh, if you're in that state, you are wanting to get out of that state, and your unconscious mind will do whatever it can to get out of that state. It's not looking ahead. It's not looking at the big future plan. It's not looking at what's going to support you in the long term. When you're in a state of, I don't like what's going on, you want to get rid of that and make it better immediately. So you're going to be reactive. You're going to make decisions, and it's only about what's happening right now. It's not about looking forward. Now, when you get yourself into that state, you work yourself up into a gratitude frenzy, you are able to make choices that support whatever you're trying to create in the long run. When you're in that elevated emotional state, you're not trying to get out of pain. You're not running from something. So therefore, what you do has the possibility to create something. Nobody likes to feel like crap. Nobody likes to be in a negative emotional state. Nobody wants that. And most people do whatever it takes to get out of it. And that means taking care of it right now in this moment. So doing that creates short-term results. Yeah, maybe you feel better because you went and had 5 drinks. But now, is that supporting the long-term vision of what you wanted to do tomorrow? I mean, that's a really short-term vision. But if you took the moment when you were feeling all, ugh, if you took that moment and really brought it down to, what am I grateful for? What are you grateful for? I'm grateful that I woke up this morning. That's the first thing. That's where anybody can start. Like, the fact that you woke up is a gift. So starting there and working your way up from that is going to get you out of that painful emotional state. And when you're out of the painful emotional state, you make better choices. So super successful people that are also happy, I want to clarify that most of them have a gratitude practice. And the reason that those two go hand in hand, success, happiness, and gratitude, I guess that's three things that go hand in hand. The reason those things go hand in hand is because by being grateful, you're making choices from an elevated state. You're not making your choices from being in pain or trying to avoid something that you don't want. And because of that, you naturally will make decisions that support the best thing for you in the long run. And to create success, long-term success, without like, oh my God, what if I lose it? Or, oh my gosh, I have to make more money and more money, more, without that kind of energy. So to create long-term success and happiness, when you are making your decisions from a place of gratitude, you're just making long-term decisions. You're not running from something right now. So it's a very simple practice, gratitude. And it's incredibly powerful. Your emotions have frequencies. And the lower the frequency, the more we don't want it. Like if you're in a state of shame or fear or sadness, that's like a place nobody wants to be. When you're feeling ashamed of yourself, you want to pivot out of that quickly. We all do. We don't want to stay in that state. We're kind of immobile sometimes from that state. So either you're trying to pivot out of it or your choice is just to stay still and freeze and stay in that place. And it's really difficult to create abundance and create success when you're in the state of feeling terrible. When a lot of times people get energized by anger, if they're angry, they will step into action and get motivated, and fear sometimes too. Oh, I don't want that to happen again. I'm going to make sure that it doesn't happen. But we're putting all these things in place to prevent things instead of focusing on what we want. When you move your emotional state up to a place of joy or love or gratitude, you actually will be able to focus on what you want. And when you focus on what you want, you create it. You're making decisions that support that rather than trying to get out of pain or avoid those negative emotions. So love, joy, happiness, even acceptance, which is a very neutral emotional place, is a better place to make decisions from. So if you're feeling emotional about anything, do your best. I know sometimes we're just in a reactive frenzy and we make these split second decisions, but if you can pause, if there's enough space for you to pause, take a step back and don't make any decisions until you can get yourself into an elevated emotional state. When we talk about being the wolf, being who you're born to be, sometimes that means making the long-term decisions instead of the short-term relief decisions. And if you can stop and wait until you're in a better emotional state before you take action or make a decision, that's going to serve your long-term visions. It's going to serve you being who you're born to be. And if you can take it even further and switch that negative emotional state into an elevated one, and gratitude's the easiest one, right? Sometimes it's hard to work up a frenzy of joy. I can do it pretty easily because I really love to be in a state of joy, and I've got lots of practice. But gratitude is a really easy place to start. So again, start by, hello, I'm grateful that I woke up this morning. I'm grateful that I have a roof over my head and I was able to put dinner in my belly last night. I'm grateful that I have some friends that really get me. I'm grateful that my family loves me, even if they think differently than I do. That's okay. They love me, and I'm grateful that I have love in my life. I am grateful that I get to help people elevate their lives, help them become who they're born to be, help them be the wolf. And you can just keep going. Start with the little things, and eventually you'll start to work yourself up to bigger things. And when you get in that state of gratitude, then make your choices about what you want to do for the day. Then make your choices about those big decisions that have been looming over you. Because when you make your decisions from a place of gratitude or joy or love, those elevated emotions, you make decisions that support the long-term goals of what you want, as opposed to trying to get out of this state of uncomfortableness that you don't want to be in. That's reactive short-term thinking. You create long-term thinking from a state of gratitude. And this is what creates abundance, right? Going out and buying a brand new TV, or what is it called? It's retail therapy. I don't know why that took me so long to think of. Retail therapy, right? Oh, I'm going to feel good. It's going to make me feel better. But now I just spent $500 or $1,000. And what I really want is to get into a better apartment or a better home. And now I'm $1,000 down. That's the retail therapy provides a good feeling in the short term, but not in the long term. But when you can make those decisions again from that elevated motion or state of gratitude, you might not need to do the retail therapy. And then you will have that extra $1,000 to put towards that bigger vision of what you really want. Okay. If you all have any questions about stepping into gratitude, or if you want to have a list of gratitude questions, you can reach out to me. You can reach out to me via my website, geneabarnes.com, and that's GeneaBarnes.com. You can DM me on Facebook or Instagram. I'm on all the social media. And operating from that place of gratitude is going to help you to create greater abundance in your life. And it will help you create the vision of what you want, what you really want. And of course, it will help you to step into who you're born to be. The more you make your decisions from this place, the more you are creating the kind of life that you were born to live. Okay. I'm going to sign off for now, and I will see you all soon, or speak to you. It depends on if you're listening or watching today. Thank you. Thank you. Gratitude, right? Thank you for listening and hearing my words. I am so grateful that y'all take the time to spend a little bit of your precious time with me. So thank you all, and I will see you soon. Bye.